Hello, hello. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Grant Lardizabal, and it is my honor to run as your Director of External Affairs. If given the opportunity to serve, my vision is rooted in strengthening the connections that make our organization thrive, both within and beyond our campus. As external, I plan on reinforcing my previous goals as academic and further expanding upon them. First, I want to continue expanding our external relations with other collegiate Filipino-American organizations. I have already successfully spearheaded 2 external events with both CSU East Bay as well as UC Berkeley. I want to continue building upon those relationships that allow us to share resources, uplift one another, and create spaces where our culture and voices can be amplified on a larger scale. Second, I am committed to deepening our alumni relations. Our alumni are an invaluable part of our community and have so much knowledge that they are willing to share. I want to continue organizing alumni-focused events, specifically career panels, so our members can gain insight, mentorship, and inspiration as they navigate their own futures. While I was only able to host 1 alumni panel, with more time as external director, I plan on hosting many more to provide our members with better educational resources. Lastly, I want to further develop our academic and professional programming in collaboration with our academic directors. Academic excellence is a shared goal, and we should continue creating opportunities that support our members through workshops, study spaces, or professional development events that prepare our members for life beyond college. With this in mind, I plan to work with PIL-AM organizations such as Kabataan Alliance and Brocada Circle to strengthen our cultural community ties and raise more awareness on the political inequality going on both overseas and at home. At the end of the day, my goal is simple: to build a stronger, more connected, and more supportive PIL-AM community, one that uplifts each member academically, professionally, and personally. Thank you for your time and consideration. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Grant. At this time, we will ask the opposition to step out for questions.
And the first question is reserved for our current position in external affairs. Whenever you're ready.
Hi, Grant. You did really good. I'm proud of you. Okay. With everything that External did do the past 2 years, what were the things that you like and would like to continue? And what is something you believe you want to improve for the next academic year?
Thank you so much for your question, AP. So previously, External Affairs hasn't had a strong foundation. I want to build upon that. I loved what you did for Puso and raising so much money for them and really building that connection on the West Coast. I want to continue working with them as well as expanding our connection with them and really deepening our bond. However, I'd also like to expand what external affairs really means. I want to build connections throughout the NorCal community, throughout Central Valley, and really establish a more cultural and connected community. How would I do that? I plan on having more events with political organizations, with mental health organizations, all tied back to culture.
Hi, Grant. Super proud of you. So my question for you is, what would you say is your pa'a moment, and how do you want to bring members to experience their own problems through your role?
Oh, my why. So I want to do this role because when I first joined PAA, it was very tumultuous. I had so many things going on my freshman year. A lot of things were happening within cabinet and a lot of miscommunication was going around. As academic, I wanted to create a safe space and I wanted to create a welcoming space. And I want to continue to do that as external, but I want to put us on the map. UC Merced has always been looked at as the underdog, and through collaborating with UC Berkeley and CSU East Bay, we were finally given a face and a voice. I want to continue doing that, and I want to continue to represent us in the most positive way possible, and I want to be able to provide our members with those same resources. Having collaboration with political organizations such as Kabataan Alliance and more mental health organizations such as Brocada Circle and the San Francisco Health Initiative, it'll allow our members to focus on things going on within the Filipino community, things we had growing up. And even if you aren't a Filipino member, having those resources can still benefit you throughout your post-grad life as well.
Hi, Grant. I have another question. Sorry, let me word this. Being external, through my experience at least, you have to learn how to balance both being within the club but also outreaching. So, how would you see yourself throughout the year of next year if you were to get external to both balance being a part of the club while also having to step away from the club in order to be the outreach that we need?
Thank you so much for that question. I think being academic this year really allowed me to build a strong foundation, especially with the new audings. I helped a lot of them just show up and continue to show up, and I still want to be that mentor for them even as they go on to their sophomore year. So how do I plan on doing that for the next class of audings and all of the new members that we get? I still plan on attending CMCDs, and I plan on continuing to be mentor even outside of being academic affairs. Being able to show up for people emotionally, academically, and professionally for all of those new members, and being a leader is how I plan on establishing myself while still being external.
Great job. Okay. Great job so far. This is a more general cabinet question in the cabinet member duties, so don't overthink it. But how will you use cabinet meetings and time to establish your place in that team and building up that teamwork with your position?
Thank you so much for that question. Okay. I plan on continuing to do what I do now, and external affairs will be both present and absent at very spontaneous times. I want to be present and I want to show up for our cabinet members as I already have. I want to check in with them when they have events coming up, and I want to show up and be present when I'm there. When I'm not able to be there, I still want to support them from the sidelines. I want to still check in on them mentally. If I'm not able to deliver something, I can still give energy drinks or food through my housemates or have someone that I know and care about deliver it to them. And then during cabinet meetings, I think it's very vital to be very direct and very blunt. I think that's what I've brought to cabinet, being very direct and honest. I think honesty is the best policy, especially when everyone has a lot to talk about. So being quick with your minutes and being efficient is how I think I'd best work with cabinet. Thank you.
I motion for more time.
Second.
Hello, Grant. I'm so proud of you. Your speech was very good. My question is, how would you say your previous experience with external events has prepared you for the position that you're in?
So as my time as academic, I really wanted to work outside of our campus. I wanted to work with other organizations. Before I even started the role, over the summer, I worked with Rutgers, New Jersey, back home, and I talked to Baruch businesses, their PhilAm organization. So I was able to gain a lot of insight on how they ran their compy and other events. Oh, wait, sorry. Can I get a repeat as to what the question was really quickly?
How would you say your previous experience with external events has prepared you for the position of external?
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So throughout the past year, I have worked with a lot of different external organizations, and I plan on just continuing to do what I already do best, making honest and real connections with these people rather than just surface level connections. Being able to have those more intimate conversations about culture, identity are very vital in building lasting relationships. So as External Affairs Director, I plan on continuing to do so. I want to be able to have those more intimate conversations while still being myself, while still being very lighthearted, very easygoing, and still being very calm in the face of everything. Thank you.
Hi, Grant. I have another question. Another idea that external did have, due to our current situation with our budget, was reaching out to different orgs that may sponsor us. is that something you had in mind specifically for FG or even PCN if we may need those funds for Merced Theater?
Yes, I do continue to plan on trying to find those external sponsors. One of the most difficult things has been acquiring funds through ASUCM. As a cultural organization, we're limited by how others perceive us, and being able to get those external sponsors for events is very vital and will just be beneficial overall to our club's overall health moving forward. As my time as academic, I looked into scholarships for female members, and I plan on reconnecting with the Central Valley Asian American Pacific Islanders women's sponsorship as well. I hope to continue to work with them as well as other external events, not events, but sponsors to potentially give us more leeway with how we have to use our funds. It's off.
Why you and not your opposition?
Why me? I can't tell you why not me. No matter what, this role will go to someone that I can trust and leave in good hands with. I believe that Max Perez is a very fit leader. He's a new face, but I have proven my ambition, my drive. I have shown that what I say really does happen. Everything that I said last year in my speech was manifested throughout the year. So if you were to vote for me, it would be a vote for not a guarantee because things can happen in the future, but I will always work for the best of this club, and I will always try to do everything that I say. Thank you.
We have time for one more question.
What have you learned from this cabinet Or what have you learned from your time in cabinet, and how can you apply it to next year, if elected?
So, what have I learned? Well, the easy thing to say would be academic is not a job to do on your own. But what I learned from cabinet as a whole is the beauty of difference, the beauty of working with people that take criticism in very different ways. It's learning how to mold yourself and be better. Just kidding, thank you.
At this time, Brent will be escorted out.